Hi there, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to show you what it took us in material and cost to bring this 5-bedroom duplex from the decking to the roofing level. Stay tuned as we take you through the process.
Good morning.
So, soon after the casting of the decking, the next activity is to set out the block work on the decking, marking out all the internal spaces and of course taking a cue from the blocks on the ground floor as well as the decking where we have cantilevers. So for this project, we had to water and then set out the building, marking out the spaces one after another. So when setting out a building, we start by getting all the 4 external walls, starting from the longest one, then squaring to get all the other ones. Then after the external walls have been gotten into position, then the next thing we do is now take measurements from and according to the drawing, and then start marking out the internal spaces one after another, establishing all the spaces within the building and ensuring they are perfectly squared. So that is the process of work that is being done here. And as soon as the internal spaces are being marked out, then the block laying proper starts, which now involves taking the blocks one course after another until we get to the 9th course, which is known as the lintel level. So that is what we're doing here, marking out the internal spaces one after another. So at this point, the iron benders are already fabricating the extension columns to ensure using the recommended bending schedule to ensure that by the time the blocks start going up, they can already add the columns. As you can see here, the columns have already been added, so it doesn't the blocks don't obstruct the iron bender from doing his work effectively when it's ready to be installed. So as we are moving on with the work, as we are forming, then the iron bender already starts forming the rods. And of course, as soon as he's done with that of the columns, he will start forming that of the lintel. Normally what we do is a chain lintel, which does dual function. To hold the building together, to mark the end of the windows and doors, as well as to also, in this case, serve as a structural element where it helps to transfer the load of the building through the columns to the foundation. So ordinarily, most of the works of setting out ends at the first block. This includes like marking out the external, establishing the external walls and marking out the internal spaces, introducing or marking out the doors as an access to the spaces. But the only one that doesn't end at the first course of block is marking out the windows. Now this one continues and varies according to the building. For instance, this particular building here, the window started as the second course of block. So for the second course of block, we can already mark out the windows as you can see here. However, the toilet windows can only be marked out after the sixth course of block. So that is when officially the setting out of the building ends. Now at the ninth course of block, that is now where the lintel work has started, as you can see, with the chain lintel. So recall that in our previous video, we had already established all the materials that we used to do this project, from the foundation to the DPC, from the DPC to the decking level, and of course the decking itself, as well as established the cost of all this, stating that from the foundation to the DPC, both material and labor in today's terms will cost 11,551,700, and the DPC to decking would cost 7,787,000 naira, while the decking itself in today's terms will cost 12,520,000 naira. So this is making reference to the cost of building materials and its labor in today, that is March 2025. Now, by the time the leveling of this project was done, that is to the parapet level, it was observed that the following materials had been used: 30 lengths of 16 mm rods, 12 lengths of 60 lengths of 12 mm rods, 3,000 9-inch blocks, 100 bags of cement, 100 boards, that's the 1 by 12 by 12. Then the sand, that the 7 tons tipper, was 4 trips. Then 15 tons of chippings, that's the granite used for the concrete work. And of course, provision was made for the electrical and plumbing piping. So the total material cost to bring this project from the decking to the parapet level cost 6,186,000 naira, while the total labor for this project from the decking to the parapet level cost 1,850,000 naira, making the total for both material and labor from the decking to the parapet level to 8,036,000 naira. It goes to say that in today's terms, to do this project now from foundation to this parapet level, one should budget between 35 to 40 million naira. Thank you for being with us this far, and see you in our next one.